So these go back to when we were talking about slopes, talking about graphing these lines, the Hoybux thing. Horizontals, your slope, y equals. Vertical lines, undefined slope, x equals. So in these cases, we're looking to see which one of these they are and have to determine which of these is B. So vertical lines have undefined slope, so it has to be an x equals, and you look for wherever that line is. This happens to be an x equals 3, so that would be that equation. And if it is a horizontal line have 0 slope, so we're looking for where that line is. This y value is at -1, so this line will be y equals -1. So whether writing or graphing these, the hardest part about this is remembering which is which. You could probably go through and do a few. We'll do number 1. Would that be an x equals or a y equals? X equals because it's vertical. And what does x equal?
Negative.
Number 2 would be an x equals or a y equals. And what does y equal? Any others you want to do together? Take the next minute and do the others. No, this vertical is x. Horizontal. It's on the y-axis, but it's x equals. Right, so -5, 4, 0, 2, y equals x equals y equals. What else? Moving on to the next. These should be familiar because we kind of did this already. So the notes in the graphing were kind of misplaced, but that's good. Really, can you find, if given the slope and y-intercept, can you write any equation? If given in standard form, can you convert it back to slope intercept? So I'm not really going to do any of these examples because we kind of already did that. I'm just going to fill in this part. But you do have more examples that you could do. Do you have any questions on this that maybe we want to see?
Just do one of each, just so it's
One of So 3 on this side, it's given the slope of -3 y intercept of 2. That would be y equals -3x plus 2. Be careful with this because they might switch this and put slope over here, y intercept over here, but still slope goes first. For this one,
no.
I would say slope of it. Number 2, we need to get rid of the x term, so subtract it to the other side since it's positive. I'm going to go ahead and switch these so it's in mx plus b term. This b is negative, but that's okay. And then the last thing, get y completely by itself, so divide everything by 5. So this would become a positive, a negative 4 times x minus 6. So if the x term is positive, subtract it and divide. If the x term is negative, add it and divide by whatever is in front of y. Number 3, there's nothing in front of x, but it's still positive, so I can subtract it. And then divide everything by negative 3. So all of my signs are going to change because I'm dividing by a negative. There's really a 1 minus negative x. So this is going to become positive 1/3 x minus 1. Not done the slope part of math. Has more practice on that, so definitely make sure you do that. Let's move on to the side page. So this is the last type of writing from the equation you'll see, or writing an equation you'll see. Some of them you'll be given a slope and point. Somewhere you have space. I think you have space at the top. Write this. So that's y minus y1 equals m times, in parentheses, x minus x1. So this is called the point-slope formula. This is very helpful when you're given a point and slope. So for these, the y and the x by themselves are going to stay y and x. The x1 and the y1 are going to be your points, the order pair that they give you. So if you want to label that, if you remember, those are your x1, y1s. You could do that. Your slope, remember, has a variable of m. So I'm going to put all three of these things into this formula and then kind of solve it and rearrange it. Y minus y1 is 1 equals, our m is 3. In parentheses, x minus x1 is 2. From there, I'm going to get it in slope-intercept form by distributing. And I'm getting this one away from 1. The point and the slope in the equation. Distribute, move whatever the constant is away from line. If you don't have negatives or anything like that, it's a little easier.
So for number 6, negative 3/4, is that 3/4? Is that like 3/4, like 0.75?
So leave it as a fraction. It is 0.75, but leave it as a fraction, and the slope would just be negative. So we're going to go to number 3 because it has a negative. And then we'll do same thing. Label them if that helps you. Put those into your formula. Y minus y1 is negative, so I'm going to put that negative in parentheses. Slope is negative. So when you have that negative, you could do one or two things. You could distribute on one side and make that positive on the other at the same time or in separate steps. So this is going to become y plus 7. And then I'm going to go ahead and distribute negative 1x plus 4. I'm putting the negative 1 there just so we know that is what it is. You don't have to put it there. You can just put negative x. And then we're going to subtract 7. Any questions about this so far? I think number 6 gives us fractions, but that's okay. Let's do that one and then we'll go down here. Putting these in, we have y minus 4 equals negative 3/4 x minus 6. Distribute, move the constant to the other side. So I multiplied and simplified to get 9/2. Negative 3 to negative 6, and then 4 to 1, and then divide. So you will have calculators if you want to do right then, but if you want to do that by hand, you will more than welcome to do that. All I did was get a common denominator for the 4 so that I could add it to the 9/2, which became 8/2, and 8/2 plus 9/2 is 17/2, or 17/2. And if your calculator doesn't use, you're not sure how to add the fractions, we'll show you if you go in the second y equals, alpha y equals, this gives you your fraction. It will simplify it for you. Fraction after this. So that should be the right one. I forgot that it was negative. That's why I meant it. I didn't put in a negative, that's why. This should have been negative. But it will simplify it for you. If you just put in like negative 3 divided by 4, it'll give you a fraction or a decimal. So be careful with that. Question on that first part when you're given a point and a slope. Next part is you're given 2 points. Now you don't know your slope and still have to write the equation. Well, you're given 2 points. You can find slope with 2 points. So you'll have to do that first and then do what we were just doing. It's like 2 parts. So for number 1, find the slope. Remember, slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So do that first. Label them if we need to. We have 4 minus 1 over 2 minus 3. We get 3 over negative 1. So negative 3. Once you have your slope, you were given 2 points, so you can choose either or to put back into the formula and solve. I'm going to show you that both work. So using the first point, you have y minus 1 equals negative 3 times x minus 3. Distributing, we get negative 3x. And add 1 to both sides. But if you chose to use the other point, 2, 4, 1 minus 4 equals negative 3x minus 2. Same process, just different points. Y minus 4 equals negative 3x plus 6. Add 4. If you do the math correctly, unlike what I just did, you should get them. You don't need to do both, you just need to do one. But if you wanted to see that they both work, that is that process. Yes. We want to do another one of those together. We want to try the others on our own. Right. I'm going to give you this time to work through those, questions, questions or want me to check it, there's more practice after that page that you can start on. Remember that tomorrow is your quiz, so make sure you're practicing studying for intercepts and slope, how you find it graphically and algebraically for intercepts, and slope